And hello, everyone else. What you doing? You know what? It has been 22 hours since the last we played, and I've already forgotten what we did. I don't remember now. I know we did some stuff in junk, but I don't remember the details. I was pretty tired yesterday. I think I did actually clean up the track that was up there, and I did tidy up this. I think we did this. Oh, that's right, yeah, we finished that off. Okay, so just before, I did redo some of these blueprints. So I recaptured these, including the precious landfill. Except you can see there's a bit of a problem once you include landfill. Can't see what any of this crap is doing. It's a bit of a problem. Slight bit of a problem. Also, you need them. Because they exist now. Little something that was done at the end of last time. They don't need 100. Completely honest, I don't think I need 100. Just a little bit ridiculous. What I do need, however, is a whole bunch more of these bad boys. Because if we're going to do some construction, we're going to need a lot of spiders. Right, and in turn, that is going to require stuff. The form of batteries, those things, and them things. What did I put in here? 2 of those things, batteries, and kajigas, okay. So one of you, oh no, yeah, it does actually matter. It does actually matter. I was thinking, yeah, the DT fuel goes into the robot's fuel inventory. It doesn't actually go into... Or 20, why not? And 20 for you too. Because again, why not? Yeah, the DT fuel goes into this fuel. It doesn't go into these, which is mildly inconvenient. And we 1, 2, 3, 4. Gonna probably bump that out for now. All right, number 2. Thingy, 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 thingy. Suppose I could line them up like that. And then go 1, 2, and then you're missing the rest. Whoops. Not that I think 2 of these and 3 batteries is enough to run for 4 roboports. The roboports draw so much energy that there's not enough grid for... Like, I think you need like 3 of these and then you can power like 1 or 2. Why don't they copy paste it? Can you actually copy paste it? I was not aware that you could. Oh, okay, that does actually work. That actually works now. For the longest time I remember that didn't work. Oh, it even copies the logistics. Oh. Move the direction bots there. Coal, stone, thingies, thingamabobs, kajigas. Might as well put uranium in there as well. Inevitably, uranium's going to find its way in there. Are any other... I suppose imersite and rare metals are... Well, kind of don't want to bother. Now... This one... Shall we do this one? I might make it a train one as well. 1500, 20, 400. Not that I'll probably use that many. 400. Make that 40. Yeah, big poles, little poles. I'm rearranging the layout of it by a few. I mean, it's mostly inconsequential, but you know, it's kind of necessary. You got to be consistent. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's everything that it actually needs. I'll just swap it over to that. E. And then, we need a colour for these. What colour can we give to... Is there like a... Maybe like a medium grey to indicate that it's... the railway Spidertrons. Now, what do you... What the button was... left click send to shift right click. That's it. I can assign you to you. What was the button again? Control left click. So control left click. Like that. And we shift right click. Select you. And now they're a tag team. Ooh, a Michelle and an Amadon. How you doing? How you two doing? This one is going to be a base Spidertron. We'll make base one cyan. You're not going to want train stuff. So I'll take that back. Will, however, want those. Could go all out and actually filter those too. Control unit. I'm going to need to make a pile of these, aren't I? Like 5 for now. You. You. Follow you. A Lucifer appears. Hello. Nope, 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 nope. Don't want to throw those away. Need all those back. Time to extend some rows? Never! I stubbornly refuse to extend the hotbars. I mean, I could just add more to the hotbars. Yeah. That's... Okay. So it's... Damn it! Damn it, double damn it, triple damn it. One was it? Shift right click. So I keep control clicking. Yeah, you can actually have 4 visible, but I stubbornly refuse to extend it beyond 2. As I say, you can just shift and then go through 8, 9, 0. And step through these. Combat's is actually the second one currently. I have some others set up. I don't know if anyone noticed it. Hey, Jamal. For a while I had, I was alternating between 1 and 3. I think 1 was the blue belt and 3 was the red belt for quite a while. I didn't actually say anything, but it was actually a thing. What's keeping the Roboport Mark IIs? I mean, apart from just the general production. Hey, 55! Hey, you is. Item ingredient shortage. $1.1K. And it's not getting 1.1K. That's... Oh, wow. This is an old build. Well, I know how to morph faster this. We can morph faster the crap out of this. Where is it? Advanced chemical plant. Probably need one advanced chemical plant to do this too. So blam. Probably go even as far as to extend that all the way up to there. One chest, like so. Below 5,000. 5,555. You gotta have them all faster. Gotta have them all faster. Alright, get rid of you, get rid of you, get rid of you, you, get rid of most of that, and that, and that, that, that. You could argue that I should actually add trash filters for all that, but I don't want to add a million trash filters. I'm too lazy. So stuck with it the way it is. Oh, another thing that reminds me. Actually, don't need to carry like track anymore. Realistically, like, much track that is. After the end of yesterday, a message popped up saying multiple copyright issues found, and so the VOD's gone now. Yesterday's VOD's gone now. As in the Twitch side VOD. The recording's still there. However, if anyone's was looking at the VOD and wondering why it wasn't there, that's why. I'm not entirely sure why. It's not supposed to happen, and it's slightly concerning. But I don't know. Other than getting rid of it, that's all I can do. Go. That's now going to crank out a whole lot of batteries faster than it can. Well, yeah. Normally I just mute, but it actually gave me a system message about it, which is unusual. Never had that happen before. Like, you know how you get, what's it called? A notification, see, and it would say, you know, like, looking at previous ones as like last chance to register for Subfest and do this and do that, and then you got like, people subscribing on the notification, yeah. In this one, it says multiple instances of copyrighted audio were identified in your VODs. And it's like the first time I've ever got one of those. Say it's slightly concerning. And smoking. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Underground went all messed up. That is all kinds of messed up. Where does it actually go? Oh, it goes into that. Okay. There we go. Now we're cranking. So if I do 1 minute batteries, so we're doing 896. Now we're doing 1.2k. Hang on, no, we weren't. We were doing 90. Sorry, we were doing 90 a minute. Now we're doing 1.1. It's all those Jans. Maybe. Or owls. Okay, you can't tell me you don't have enough thingies now. Need 3 more of them. They'll show up in time. It actually reminds me too, so I was looking for stuff on, I actually posted this in the Discord, I was looking for a bunch of random things, well, I say random things, I was actually of all things I was looking for on I was looking for things on Thingiverse. I was looking to see if someone had made a webcam bracket, for their printer, and it turns out there's quite a lot out there. That's handy. I actually found one where they actually attach it to the Z-axis, so the webcam tracks the extruder in the Z-axis, which is pretty cool. Although it seems to only clip on, it doesn't seem to like properly fasten by any means. Okay. But I'll make sure to print that. Should be fun. And then I'll have a webcam attached to the printer. But yeah, while I was looking for that, one of the related things was a Factorio Spidertron. And I was like, I could use one of them. You know what I should do? Go to this buffer chest and request like all of them. So I can throw them in the bin and then they'll reappear here. Okay. Team Cyan. Getting a little close to each other there. Sure. We're gonna need like 500 of that. 50 of that. Ahead of ourselves. Yeah, just 50 of those. We're not big on splitters. 100 of them. It's probably not enough though. See. You're gonna need, we'll say, big stack of large warehouses, big stack of medium warehouses. I'll just switch the order of that. Substations, big poles, just for good measure. Then we're gonna need, what are we gonna need? Should I just grab like a stack of everything? No. It would be more effective. Grab like 100 of them, 100 of them, 500 of them, 500 of them. The risk is to see how much of this is actually going to fit in this trunk. That'll be interesting to see. That should keep the base busy for a little while though. I have a feeling I'm going to overload the trunk. Also have a feeling I'm not actually producing singularity beacons. And I think I've used up all of the spare holes. Singularity beacon. Now, I don't think it's being produced anywhere. And having said that, there's probably a few candidates for things that could be removed. But I don't want to do that. That. A blueprint. Blammo. Restart the playlist or something. Singularity beacon. I kind of hate that it isn't there to there to there to there to there to there. It's the one annoyance of this thing. Singularity beacon. Bring me my junk, please. To upgrade them. Okay, you're just waiting for those things, AI cores, and then energy control unit. You know what, it's probably useful for me to get that stuff going. I'm completely honest. It'll be annoying. That's what it's going to be. You've got everything except for the... Oh, okay, you're actually holding it. I'll actually kick those out. This will be like... We'll see. It'd be like first stage builders, and then these could be second stage builders or something. That's what I'm thinking. So remember the first time you tested these in the closed beta? That was so funky. I don't remember when I got to see them the first time. It's like version 16 or something. Right? Because, it was a long time ago. It occurs to me now that was why it suddenly was revived and brought into a working state again. Tested them in the full version 16, I think, for everyone else. Yeah, it sounds about right. Actually, I might be thinking of the artillery. Of the thingy. No, I don't. It might have been the artillery that I tested. Yeah, it was the artillery. I was thinking version 16. It was the artillery. That I got to have a go at it. Fusion robots, expensive robots that don't need to recharge. I like the sound of that. Excuse me, train. I'm trying to look at the mod list here. So one advantage to this whole bi-directional thing is that it goes in there and it can immediately reverse out, or at least it can reverse out after I fix the signals. We can build these though, however. I thought I saw a dud track. I taught a dud track. Guess my eyes are lying. Fortunately, Spellmaster's not here currently. Or he might be here and just hasn't said anything. Because if there is something wrong, Captain Kiwi Laser Eyes would spot it. We're actually missing a whole bunch of combinators too. You can tell something's wrong because the stops are all disabled. Okay. Alright, so the first thingy going in's done. Halfway there. I should have brought advanced radar with me, but I didn't. That was a bit of a dumb. Okay, we'll just have to put up with regular radar. So, I'm still leaning on the idea of doing single-sided. Oh, there he is. It's like you come in like you're opening for the game Blood. As I live again. So saying that, I want to do this single-sided. I'd probably want sand first. Fortunately, biters are also inconveniently in the way. So are some ore patches. You've been fencing. Structulating new fences. There it is. Right, so you want to go about there. I'll plop it a second time just to make sure it commits. And you can see the radar slowly charting it. Alright, spiders, have at ye. Selling stolen merchandise. Ah, the other kind of fencing. Annoyingly, that won't work in the shroud when you're not in editor mode. It's an added advantage. That should have ghosted over the top of all this. Also, conveniently, should have marked all the fish for deconstruction, which is vitally important. Vitally important, that is. Gotta rescue the fish. I need to bring back the fish counter too. I seem to have lost the blueprint, unfortunately. Hey! Everyone got obliterated that time. There's an argument that this is what the spiders are for, and you're 110% correct. This is what the spiders are for. It's what the spiders should be doing. But yet, here we are, still working on it. Regardless. Doing the most important of all jobs, collecting the fish. See what you did there. But I need to eat the little fishies. Needs the little fishies. Are we there yet? No. Tell you what, if I click and drag, actually, I can do one better. Come all the way up here. All the way up here, then click and drag. Because it depletes my inventory of stuff. My thinking is, so my long-term thinking is, I'll start building these things, and then I can use it to build more of the base. That's the hope and the dream. I was going to say, it's amazing the UPS isn't going down. It's going down. It's very much slowing down right now. How low will it go? Who knows? Well, I do know because I've done it before. It can get very low is the answer. That's not actually smelted. So that is the ore refinement, which then goes to smelters. And I need 2 of these. So I need another one here. Which means I need to summon the artillery. Conveniently, this outpost should have cleaned up the lumber as well. Then, what I can probably do is get the spiders to just dot matrix the hell out of this. And just go back and forth. It's almost unfortunate that there isn't like a slow down module on the spider that makes it walk even slower. That'd actually be pretty cool and useful. Probably not pretty cool though. Robot's going to be very likely. Very, very likely. They're probably going to do one pass and then just be clogged up forever. Okay, I'll make one concession. I'll add the wood to it. And the coal. Stone. I did that all in the one step, didn't I? That was smart, wasn't it? All the pollution. Think of all of the steam power that I could generate from that lumber. Think of all of the steel that I can produce from that lumber as well. Won't somebody please think of the steel plate? No steel plate. Yeah, the Factorio 2 does actually have this thing called pollution filters. Like this thing's also overloaded, realistically. But it's carrying everything necessary to build an entire outpost. So it kinda happens that way. What a pretty decent job. I guess at the standard speed they can keep up. I think in the past my problem has been that I don't have I always put at least one set of leggies in the spiders, so they move faster, which means that they have a harder time keeping up. Also, I think the batteries and the charging is keeping up as well, by the looks of it. For now. Excuse me. Hello there, Monsieur Takabear. Trying to look at your grid. Yeah, look at it go down. They're starting to struggle on charging. Oh, you can just resume there then. Now you can see there's a bit of a binder problem as well, which is mildly inconvenient. Probably do something about that. And I has a way. That way is not available currently. Name in game. Even though name in game does nothing. Apparently, I removed the jiggers. There's a more effective use of points. Can name a Spidertron? That is a good question. Oh yeah, that's right. This train is MIA. Still see it? Oh, there's a little bit of damage track from where it got chewed up. Actually, I think it was actually over. Was it over there? I think it might have been over there. I do have a picture of it, of what happened to the train. If I'm feeling particularly motivated, I might insert the picture. I have been considering editing these VODs down, instead of just doing straight VODs. Producing proper VODs instead. Should really just request more. Was it 4 and 4, I think? Ah. 8. Dev nulls for male. Isn't that where, what was the thing I saw recently? Where Nordic Post puts the mail. It was? I think that was the LTT thing. Okay. Previously not had any issues making artillery. This is troubling. Why can't you make... Ah, because you're in there. Well, I can fix that. Turn it into a purple chest. So, this crew should be done. Nope, they're not done. This poor trash train's going to be busy for a while. Can't show a picture of how that has happened. I imagine it involved a truck and backing over it or something. Like, that requires trying, that does. They went out of their way to break that box. Surely. It's like actual malice, that is. They destroyed it so badly. Only the SSD was not... Yeah, or at least in terms of the video, they did actually add the caption that nothing else... They did actually replace a lot of other stuff in the end. Yeah, one of them gets regular shells, the rest gets nuclear shells. I did see a lot of comments saying it was a bit of a cop-out, but what can you do? Yeah, if for the context of the video, only one part failed. 6, 7, one more. Ah, okay, so you did actually need that. It was important. I keep crafting individual chests, and over time, I'm just going to accumulate a lot of chests. If I keep crafting that. Aha, this one's on the way. Oh, I'm going to need pipe. Damn, this channel alone makes me want to get the pretzels premium. This has been really good. Like, I wasn't convinced on premium with the previous, like the EDM and chill EDM stuff, because it's such a what you call it, like push the button and extrude them kind of thing. The Prem? Oh. Also, what? Why is there no pink? Why is there no moon dust? I want to go to load. Oh, okay. Premium means it doesn't pop up the thing telling you what the song is, and it gives you access to more channels. But I was never convinced of it while it was still all the EDM trash. Oh, it's done that thing again. Where it tries to delete the mine at the quarry drill, and that in turn disables the thingy. Or do I not like it? I think you still keep it on. The main thing is you get access to more songs and more channels. Like the free tier gives you a very limited. Previously, it only gave you access to like 5 channels. So in Pretzel, there's what is there? 2, 4, 6, 12, 18, 24, 32, 40. That's not even. That's like half of it. There's probably like 80 something stations. And in the free tier, I only have access to... Currently, only have access to 12 of them. They've actually expanded the range. That's why I got onto the jazz stuff. Because previously it was like 4 or 6. The first 2 were liked and surprised me. But previously it was chill, EDM, hip-hop, chiptune, synthwave, and EDM. That was the choice that I had previously. And there's no way in hell I'm ever going to use hip hop or chiptunes. So it was basically those three channels. Alrighty. You're cleaned out. Da-ba-da. Let's move on to the next one. What about dubstep? It can be hit and miss. I don't mind dubstep, but yeah, it can be very hit and miss. Is that actually part of the... Yeah, it is. Oh, it's actually delivering to the network too. Well then, it seems like the logical solution is to deploy the cleanup crew. There, that'll clean up the outpost. There's no kill like overkill. Yeah, don't need to rebuild it. Definitely don't need to rebuild that. There we go. That's that coal outpost. Oh wait, it left coal behind. Never mind. Alright, you're collecting from here. Down it goes. It's not quite going to complete it. Close enough. Alright, next one. So we want to set train limits. Hold. Back to load. Station full? I need access to you then. I can't see what's over there. See if you can. How you doing? I like how you say stream incoming soon. It gives me just enough time to read it and then it goes off. It's like, mind that bus. What bus? Splat. How you doing, Seafer and Adaba and Professional Dave? Come to vomit hairballs on my pillow and scratch my furniture. That's dramatic. Won't lie, totally broke Factorio. I'm genuinely intrigued by this. It takes some doing to break the game. Nice to the allowed commands. Do you mean Hestit? And as well, I assume you mean Hestit to add to the commands. Oh, because I took the stupid thingies off. Oh, I threw them in the bin too, didn't I? That was a dumb. That was a dumb if I ever dumb. Well, do it the old-fashioned way now. The I and the S always ends up the wrong way around. Whatever's still in there. It's either a tree or it's nothing important. Troubling thing is, I gotta find more puddles of immosite now. And there ain't many to choose from. Suppose I could grab that one there. It's only 84k, 152k. One of the things that was concerning me long term was immosite availability. And I have a feeling that I might need to turn probably rare metals into immosite. Think I can do that. Can I actually see the recipe? No. Not. So, yeah, into matter. Rare metals. into matter and I can make dust out of matter without the containment thing. This might be strange. Normally you're flooded with them. Yeah, like there's only a few handfuls of. Admittedly though, like the one that was up here was two together, and I just obliterated it. And Veldak's there too. We take for granted just how the game is free from bugs. It's very unusual to have bugs in the game. I mean, it's still swamped with rare metals, which was same as last time. I don't know about Imersite. I mean, the quantity is very low. Hey, Beardless Dane. The one, the only Beardless apparently. Beardless now. Spiders are done. So while I'm waiting for that to come back, assuming it will come back, of course. A bit of that. Yeah. Alright, so something, no. It's just Railworld with the size up and quantity down. Oh, there it is. I guess it's time to go build some quarry drills. Alright, how are you looking? Oh, you don't have cliff explosives. This is a priority 1. Priority now, even. Situation. Need cliff explosives. Priority, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it. I can't believe I forgot about that. That means these are going to need fixing too. You... Maybe 100. 10's not nearly enough, but 100. Hasn't broken the... Nope, hasn't broken the sequence. That's all I worry about. Is the following each other hasn't been broken. I actually removed the belt from this thing, so hopefully it's still workable. I need to get down there. First thing we'll do is just pack up the old outposts. Technically, I should actually convert these over. Do I? I think I do. Save that. Just in case Damn it! I just realised I don't have the stupid bot still. Oh, they should have given it... Yeah, they should have given it to me, though. Alright, where to first? Probably there. Oh, we're going to go the long way, are we? I see how it is. Well then, we're going the long way. I might as well get prepared. And drop in a T intersection. Where is it? There it is. Just double check this. Iron, oil. No, it's not actually in there. Want one of them. Probably over there as well. There's getting a bit close to biters. We're going to have to deal with them. Not a lot to choose from, actually, isn't there? Really isn't. I see this whole thing's been in vain, too. This is a peninsula. Too lazy to redo the whole thing. Diagonal that I so badly desire. Then I need a thingy to thingy. That's complaining there. It wasn't this. Hopefully, it was just the landfill complaining, not the signal. I still have nightmares about that. Getting the signals to align consistently. One of you should have a quarry drill. Suppose it would make sense. To have the thingies in the thing. Technical term. Let's go medium containers, go all out. And that should do it. It'll be very slow. Hello, Harvey. Newish player, is there any reason to design your own rail blueprints versus getting a book from if you already understand rail signals? At this point, unless there's a design goal that you specifically want, there's not a lot of reason to. I say that the reason that I say that is because like I already spent way more time than I care to admit producing my ones. So in the case of my ones, I wanted the, of course, got to market my ones, but yeah, my one, I actually made mine from another one that I was introduced to. It was a pretty standard set of quite a while ago. It had two lights either side of the power pole. You'll know when you see it. 300 or so out. It's not inaccurate. And I wanted everything to be spaced for a multiple of 4 wagon spacing. And so that's what led me down the rabbit hole of building up everything. And then you know, snapping to a universal grid and all that sort of thing. But as I say, like, unless any other blueprint fits your needs, there's no real reason to pursue it. Like I can tell you that unless you really, really want to, this sort of getting the geometry right is a lot. Can be a bit of trial and error. Yes, 500-hour rabbit hole. Took multiple years. Genuinely did. And that's the other thing too, is that most of the books that you'll find now, people have been spending a lot of time refining them, and so they cover pretty much every base already. So I hope that clears it up. I think go crazy with city blocks for Clowntown because these guys don't understand proper layout. Yeah, you could just go city blocks if you're a bad person and feel bad, should we say? What was the thing that we did? The city brick was the alternative, where it looks like staggered brickwork. Yeah, I hope that rambling made sense. Subway tiles. Remember that mod? And then Kvarix changed the game specifically to disable it. Disable that quote-unquote feature. Alrighty. Seen the jumping train? Yeah, I remember that one. That was fun. I haven't actually used it properly though. It's a bit of a, I mean, for all intents and purposes, it is a meme mod, not a legitimate playthrough. Ew, that's no good. You designed a lot of things just because you had to fix Clown's game. That's where a lot of things come from, isn't it? It's just trying to fix Clown Town stuff. I suppose I could just throw speed modules in it. That works too. Alright, next stop, over there. Thank you for the response. That is very helpful. Played Factorio before, but always quit after launching a rocket. And when the did, that was in the scramble for handcrafting. We're looking to try and go past that point name for some science per minute targets. Things like city blocks and modular design previously relied most much faster, so it trains a lot more. Ah, this is me taking the whole train situation and turning it up to 11, possibly 12 and or 13. Probably, usually the first goal to go for is what used to be 1 rocket a minute, which is 1,000 science a minute. That's usually it's a good first step. And then if you do it right, you can scale it from there. It's funny, one thing I have never actually done is a city blocks type build. I've done something similar to it where it's more organic. It's more like a train town type map. This would be more, this current arrangement is more like a train town map where you've got like various different lines. I've got a main line orbiting the starting area. But you know, like I've got a base, little satellite base for nuclear out here. Smelting out here. This is actually a temporary. This is an intermediate. I say temporary. It's an intermediate smelter for scaling up, because I plan on going to 4.16.4. And then because this is modded Crastorio, we've got the ore pre-processing here, so it's turning the ores into enriched ores. But yeah, so this would be more like a train towns. You don't like four-way intersections? That's why you prefer city brick. Yeah, once you get into traffic theory, there's a whole thing about the performance of four-way junctions versus T-intersections. Hex block for a multiplayer game. Another one. So, uh-oh. An alternative to what I thought I actually got into the train. An alternative to this playthrough that I was testing the idea of was either a hexagon or octagon type base. But yeah, those sorts of bases don't really interest me. Either pure built base or I did enjoy the rail bus, and that's what this base intends to be. Is another variation on the rail bus. The rail bus basically being the idea being that you replace a built main bus with rails. Which is an interesting concept of itself, in and of itself. Go back to hold, please. Lurking it up. Mexicans are fun. Spider's nice since you can't snap properly and have to align blocks more manually. Oh, yeah. I imagine you could still... Surely you can... Oh, no, yeah. It wouldn't necessarily... You got me thinking now. It would kind of work. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, it's essentially a huge base of roundabouts. That was where I started thinking about... I need to delete that. For the octagon one, so like an entry and an exit, so it's not a true roundabout. You sort of have to once you get into uniform blocks. Another idea that I had was spaghetti blocks, where you have these blocks of a dedicated size, main bus around it, possibly sushi belt actually too, and the inside is just the most chaotic spaghetti mess that you have ever seen. So you've got this base that's all. So the idea is you have this base that's ordered nicely aligned blocks, and then inside each block is just utter chaos. It's like the organized chaos base. Like it would be a proper V 459 base. It's something I thought of when his base came out, and I just never followed through on it. Maybe that can be the next one. And yeah, make the bus outside a sushi. I wouldn't call it sushi because it's not a true sushi bus. It wouldn't be true sushi, but it would send and receive items as it needs it. I think I mentioned it before. There was a Shred Guy playthrough. I might have to ask Inter. He remembers it. Because I think he designed the combinators for it. Ask him how it works. Started trying was a forest base, ramp up the trees, base the max, and build in pockets and gaps in the trees. Oh, the eco base. I think one of the playthroughs that I hated the most was a forest start. Trouble is, it's a bit of a strange one because I also hate desert starts, mainly because of the pollution spread. Easier if I just do that. Not have radars. No, I do not. I do. Can has a radar, because I don't think you have a radar. No, you don't. Not that it matters. This one doesn't have a radar either. Not that it matters. You could probably benefit from a speed module though. It does also sound pretty annoying. Not wrong. Sound. Gets me every time. I should be able to extend up to that one as well. If I'm so inclined. If. Trouble is it requires me to do things. I want to do things. Speaking of not doing things, Bidees. Get doing things. I actually got to be careful there isn't spiders over there. I mean, it's entirely possible they are actually gone and it's just a map ghost. But at the same time, I need to... Actually, I think there is. Now, can you reach? No, you can't. Can you... Cargo, please. Go there. Nope. Then go there. The idea is, go forward a little bit, crash into the end, go backwards a little bit. Hopefully it turns. Because Bonus Can was the first one to redeem name in game. And I was like, it sounds like a good enough name. You can go back. Oh, it's already in the thingy. And hold up there. Hopefully you're not too close. Otherwise I might be in trouble. Where is it there? Okay. Dangerously close. Oh, that reminds me. You. Just 3,500. I'm already starting to really crank out the big infinite researchers. Haven't even built the base to crank out the big researchers yet. Now we'll get rid of you. Oh, that's right, I threw those in the bin. Oh, that's as far as you reach. Right, let's deploy the defenses for you. The just in case. Now let's just make sure there's nothing out here. And if there is something out here, let's just make sure it's living impaired. Apparently it's just rocks. Seems like overkill for rocks, but at the same time, those rocks are very dangerous. They could be harmful. On the other hand, these are very much deadly biters. And they do need to be dealt with. And so we shall. Excuse me, you're supposed to be blown up. Destroyer capsules are still decent. I do like. Excuse me. You're not supposed to be alive. I probably shouldn't stand so close. That's got a bit of canyon.mid going on in it. Oh, not really. It's definitely got the MIDI undertones going though. Excuse me. Supposed to be dead. Just get cleaned up. A little bit of shopping to do this morning and cleaning up in the apartment less than 5 hours before we need to pick up your friend at the train station. Ooh. Oh yeah, have you had the party yet or is it still preparing? The capsule research had longer duration? That's true. Ah, Saturday. It's a lot of prep. It's going to be a big one. This is the stuff you normally miss out on, because I just do it in the background. A little too close. Yeah, that didn't land where I thought it was going to land. Oh, there's one more. That it? Yes. I mean, at the end of the day, the trains are out to get you. They really are. In your own time, artillery. There it is. Ooh, look at that. Little biters coming in. It's always adorable when you see the regular artillery shell landing. It tried. It unit have tried. There you go. Right, I better stop them from producing more biters sooner rather than later. Stop this lot from attacking. Do you believe danger close? It is danger very close, isn't it? Don't know where it ends, so we'll just take a guess. At least the laser damage upgrade affects these now. The destroyer capsules. Actually, I think I might have the wrong way around. There was something that it didn't affect, and it should have affected. It might have been the PLDs that it didn't affect actually, and it did affect the destroyer caps. And on that note, that's the peninsula. Right, what else we got up here? Other than trees. Oh, excuse you. We're not ready for open conflict yet. Oh, that's left a lot of worms behind. At least there's no creep, though. Oh, crap. Oh, no, they're there. I thought they'd all run out. I have a tendency to run in the base when they run out. So that's the sound of them expiring. 2 minutes are up. Gotta get to work, alrighty. Have a good one, Mamoru. Enjoy the rest of your day. Time to clean up the rest. Oh, there's still a lot left. There's actually still very much a lot left. Won't be for much longer. Still here yet? I was like, where are they going? Love how they just blast everything. Yeah, I'll see your spitter goo worms and raise you my metal spitter goo. It happens to be radioactive. Yeah. just come march in a line. I don't remember where I sent that. It's probably a dumb idea, if I'm completely honest. Especially standing behind it. Oh, that was very close. It's just everything around me is blowing up. Speaking of blowing up, we're going to do some more blowing up. Bright flashes, yeah. Intensive nuclear action. Alright, they're done. They're done. They need to be dealt with. In fact, all of the attacks need to be dealt with. Just keep those there just in case. Oh, we have survivors. We have a few survivors. Let's deal with down here next. Don't know how big it is, so we'll just throw some nukes at it and see what happens. Somewhere about there should be where most of these track. Yeah. Slightly concerning if it was. Although they may end up missing. Actually coming here, I need to set them up here. More turrets here. Thin out their numbers. And this is so much easier without the creep. I don't think that's overkill, is it? Like, instead of just figuring out where the biters are within the shroud, just blow up the entirety of the shroud. That flash is pretty intense. I mean, one of them, it's tolerable, but when you get a whole sequence of them, it does get a bit blinding. Down to 42. They do get killed, periodically. Alright, that's some significant clearing of biters right there. Creep is 100% a stupid mechanic. It very much is, and I'm glad that they... well, actually, in saying that, the creep in Factorio in the vanilla was purely graphical. Factorio 2 is the one that cranks it into overdrive by making it reduce your speed by like 99%. Base game was never that harsh. It is legitimately like a crappier way of implementing the re-implementing the alien artifacts. Shall we see where this converges, maybe? At least you give it a tool. Yeah, that's true. And there's actually a tool here, like, you don't have to craft the stupid thing anymore. The first time I played K2, it was a specific tool that had durability and it wore out. It was really annoying. I think the only thing working against this creep collector is the range is really stupidly small. Is that Red Desert? That's Red Desert. Or at least what became of Red Desert. That's more than I thought it was. can, biters. Come at me now. With all my defenders. Flashing warning. There you go. Thin out their numbers. We got a bit of rare metals. I can probably tap into that site now. See, excellent. Ah, more disappeared. They actually ate up all that? Impressive. These spiders doing the work. Well, seeing as though I triggered it. Oh yeah, and they do give you the creep destroyer in the end game, which is why there's no creep now. And at least it's a one-time thing. It's not like the biter capsule, which only deletes the biters within a certain range. Walk out on the biters or use pollution cleaners? Probably walk out on them. Or, as in, push the biters back beyond the cloud. Usually what I do. Although I might, it depends on how far it pushes out. I might end up using some pollution cleaning. We'll see. I've never really played with the pollution cleaning, scrubbing. So, not entirely sure how it works. So at the very least, I need to try it to see how it works. Have flame. It's just flamethrower or any of the weapons that I have by comparison are so weak compared to the destroyer capsules. It's really effective. See, it kind of puts me off them. I get the idea of why they exist. Like, it's just a way of turning off biters effectively. But at the same time, I could just change the map settings to turn off biters. Excuse me, you can't go down there. I need to talk to you about your spawner's extended warranty. Right, well, that's two mineral water puddles right next to each other. It's the thing with biters though, endgame, is they start to get really annoying. Like, it just becomes a time sink. Not really that interesting. I mean, it's already at this point. Ooh, at this point, it's already not that interesting. Uh-oh. One got through. Hopefully, it'll get dealt with by there. Uh-oh. That's not good. Oh, that's also not good. That's triply not good. Only once you understand the game, they're good at pushing new players to progress, but for the rest of us, yeah. Once you get out of that very early initial stuff, I mean, there is a certain sense of horror. I can certainly remember that when I first played the game. Like when the biters attack at night and the power starts flickering as the laser turrets kick in, it adds a certain amount of atmosphere to it. But beyond that, it's just a thing. That's going to need more. That's a lot more than what the thing can probably handle. So not again. Abby, how you doing? Hello. There goes another artillery train. So you just go home, I think. Probably the answer. Did I lose one? Did they destroy a Oh no, I only made two. Those. Both of them are completely out of track. Just poking about with the, with the legs. Actually, I might as well just bring them back home, seeing as though basically full. How you going? Going pretty good. Struggling against Spider Town. We managed to clear out a nice big area though. Yeah, whatever. I probably do want to switch tracks, but yeah, I do. Forward we go then. It's a 4-1 train. Yeah, it's the other half of the artillery train. It got a little eaten. It got a little nommed on again. Always get this wrong. I'm gonna see if I can limp it home. It's just a straight shot down. Hopefully without running over any other trains in the process. I mean, I do dislike the acceleration rate of artillery wagons already. But yeah, there's an artillery wagon or two missing from this train now. There we go. Good as new. You'll never know that the biters ate it. time? 9:30. I actually have almost have room to do more activities. This thing looking. 154k now. I really thinned out the patch. Spiders ate a artillery wagon. Where is it? It was there somewhere. I think because I rebuilt the track, it's gone now. The rubble. I should probably see to dealing with the lumber somewhere too. So I'm probably, yeah, it's 95k. Should probably deal with that. Oh yeah, I completely forgot. This is picked clean. You notice there's some poles missing there. Lucky it still got connected. Yeah, and it's been completely deboned. The opposite of deboned. It's like the ants have been through. Just stripped everything down to the bone. And the roboports. The bones and the roboport. Neil. Which one was that? That was the... Was it? No, it wasn't. I think I was going to put the second one there. So it has the other things, then the ore washing. And then I'll merge them. Use the K2 roboports in other modes other than the normal one? I've never used them in the other mode. Where is it? There. Yeah. So construction only, logistics only. I've never used it. These things also need some cliff explosives. What? It's okay. Or is it just sheer? Yes, yes it is. Well, since I'm in the market for upgrades, just peel all that up. That actually disconnected literally everything. Ah, that would help. Help considerably. Right. You make me copper wire. And you make me das sockets. I don't know why I made them so close, because I could use loaders, but... or whatever. Same with this lot here. I can... I'll pick it up, put it down there. And I still need to get iron in. tapping off the same place. Each. Need log as well. Ah, it's like a job for the bigger ones. Just want to make sure there's enough room for everything, that's why I'm spacing it out. That wasn't built. That's nearly an entire belt on its own. So how does that compare? Went from 3.3 to 2.3. That's only half of it. So it can only get better from here. If I don't make myself completely dizzy trying to look at this thing. .6 is now faster. I was thinking about using sentinels, but I don't think I will now. We'll see. 3.3, 0.5, 4.6. Potentially do another one. Probably gonna overload it, but half either way. Actually, it doesn't actually go anywhere anyway. Okay. Something that vaguely approximates some kind of balancer, yes. It's performing the job of one, so I guess that's a victory. Ah, so he's running out of lumber now. Did I up this? No, I didn't. Probably rapidly approaching the point where I can start to pick apart a lot of this starter base. That's up to green, apparently. Yeah, oh no, I took it away, didn't I? I did. I cleaned this all up. Because I was like, I'm not going to do any more upgrading belt. Oh, how silly was I? A buffer chest, remove that. That that there, put that there. Purge the contents of the inventory. Distraction. Alright, logic request. 2000. Burp. When it's less than 2000, it'll let's log through. Change that to 2500. So fresh logs will get added. So yeah, now it'll just request the excess and slowly burn it down. It actually comes from, oh, it comes from there. It's basically an infinite source, so it's fine. Alrighty, how is the Emmersite doing? Only just set up 71k. 17k. Already almost all queued up. Did I build a third? Yes, I did. Oh, 108k. I need two of them. Place the ones that I keep forgetting. So I get a little bit more shield. And then, we'll think about expanding and landfilling. Get the next stamp down. I think that's going to be interesting, though. Oh, that's a lot of rubbish that I'm going to need to deal with. That's annoying. I really wish there was like a... you know, this is an inverted list, so list of things to keep and just get rid of the rest. Yeah, there's the amount of random rubbish. Up. How am I doing? Doing alright. Doing better than the artillery train. That's for sure. Satan, I feel like Lucifer has had a hand in... Oh, this didn't copy the names. I grabbed the wrong bot too. I just looked at the colour and was like, hang on, that's cyan. Cyan's completely wrong. Just the most 80s sitcom, family time sitcom sounding track I think I've ever heard. Play railway with that biters, or just clear them out? I actually just did a big clearing session and cleared out this good chunk of this continent just before. At the same time, though, on Factorio 2, you sort of have to play with biters. I don't know if there... I mean, saying that, I don't know if there is an alternate recipe to avoid the bioresearch research data, which needs the biomass. Yeah, there was a lot of explosions. And then some reprisal attacks, which killed the train. The precious, precious train. There is a setting? Okay. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there was. To there anyway? No. That's interesting. I need to look at that. A lot more expensive. Oh, of course it does. Of course it does. Spawn a few biolabs. Seems like the way to go. It's a choice that I don't understand. Okay, so why can't you... Because there's literally no turn, okay. I need that. And then it still can't because... it's on the wrong lane. Fine. Don't want to give it all of the choices. I should also preface this by saying, for anyone who hasn't seen, this is a very somewhat experimental base, and very different, because it's amusing and interesting. It's the base will be entirely bi-directional rails, with these yards in between, which is fun times. Did I design the rail system? I can't claim credit for designing this particular rail system. This was originally, at least inspired by, a Colonel Will playthrough. But I thought I'd take it a bit further and add Factorio 2 to it. So the original inspiration was, well, effectively all these blueprints, because that's the junction that I was looking at. That's the main entrance. That's one of the yards. One of the build. There it is. So that's the science build from it. So that would be the equivalent of what goes there. Praise the duck. Yeah, I've just modified a little bit, changed it for what I want, and see how we do. I really like the idea of having it bi-directional. It's just so different from what normal convention says to do. Sounds like a good laugh. Also sounds like a lot of pain. Doesn't seem to be... Oh, it doesn't have any track, that's why. It isn't doing anything. Anyway. I wanted to go over here a little bit. Stole Ducky. Technically, I found Ducky. Technically. I mean, it's a bit of a stretch, but technically I did find Ducky. Feel pity you can only manage basic rails. At the same time, it's a bit either way. It's like, it's a good thing you only know basic Rails because you don't have to suffer. Oh, that was only that was a dud. Ah, crap. I know what I'm missing. I'm missing them. It got a lot smoother if I deployed the capsules. Incoming! It's just all blowing up around me. Oh, they all got nommed. So bright. It is so bright. These flashes. I'm pretty sure because there's another tier of explosive after that, and I'm pretty sure that's even worse. The antimatter bomb, I think it is. Yeah, antimatter. Where did the binders go? Good question. I came over here to do some peace negotiations, and they disappeared. Dude, where's my biters, dude? Terrible. Dude, where's my spawner? Oh, how can I make it even worse? It was bad when the biters get smart to trap me in one spot, causing me to get hit by my own artillery. Dude, where's my train? Played that game many times. Speaking of Colonel Will, still gets me every time the fact that his base legitimately had trains that were just moving about, ghost trains that were moving about that had just gone forever, unable, never to be seen again. We revived that base. I think we actually found like 4 or 5 of those ghost trains. Uh-oh, this is danger close. Okay. Dud. And come back. There you go. Huge trains just disappear. Yeah, entire trains just disappear on that base. Okay, speaking of disappearing, the bind has disappeared again. How much SPM? Aiming for 5,400, I think it was. Yeah, it was one purple belt, which is 5,004. Was it 4,500? Having a brain, 5,400. Yeah. No peace talks, only pizza. 10k. So the plan is to build one. Well, the original plan was, and I sort of deviated from it, was to build one and then duplicate the same thing on the bottom side. And I think I will go back to that original plan, which means I need a lot of horizontal space. Which is why I need to negotiate some land treaties with the biders. Because this thing's probably going to be like 4,000 tiles wide. It's going to be pretty ridiculous. Excuse me, sirs. Can you direct me to the bider spawner, please? Oh, not very talkative kind. This says oil field a limited amount, does it? Yes, it does. So oil is finite. You can turn that off. Going to use the Factorio reactors to good use? Oh yeah. I don't think I've ever actually used the antimatter reactors thus far. I don't think I went beyond the fusion reactors. Can't touch me. I'm the gingerbread engineer. Also, take that. There's the makings of trouble. This is going to take so long to push through. A way of speeding up the process. Yeah, if you change... A little side note, for those that don't know, if you change... A little top tip, I guess you could say. If you haven't seen, you can click and drag the artillery by changing the map drag button to right... From left mouse button to right mouse button. And then when you click the targeter, it doesn't drag anymore. You could also change it to middle mouse, the drag to middle mouse button. I'm not actually sure what the actual control is. So it's easy to change the map drag. And right mouse button drag feels more normal. Actually, I think the game was right mouse drag originally. Ooh, that battery. I only just realized, yeah, that was dangerous. It was nearly a hink moment, but I think you were doing that for an entirely different reason. Because it is just rolled around to time. It is just 5 minutes plus 1. Just demolishing the trees. think they're going to fill up all the bots, fill up their inventory soon. These trees will make good circuits. Just another half hour. Hey, the artillery shooting speed's almost done too. Ah, I did have some buyers visit though. By the looks of that. Because it's explosive, these things are, yeah. Given the fact that it's turned around and pointing at the damage. Yeah, they're explosive shells, they just blow everything up. No, it can take more. Apparently. Not much more, I imagine. But it can take more. Oh, I didn't delete those. It's not like you can build those in vanilla game anyway. Ah, just recall them. Supply trains only for woodcutting. Next skill with Factorio manufacturing and the ways to go. They can be used for woodcutting. Those particular ones are set up for track laying. The second set that I have here are set up for base building. So they are carrying the transport belts and things. I might bump that to 1,000. You to 200 and you to 200. Pick manually that stuff out of it. And then in the future make sure that they're not in the base. That way I don't have to manually set 1,000,000 filters. That's everything. It's probably good enough. No, just add more to them. Of course. Of course that's run out. Yeah, you can put personal robot ports into the Spidertron, and then a fusion reactor, plus batteries, of course. And then it will function as like a separate. It will function like the player does, like you do with the bots in the armor, but it is remote controlled. And then you just give it the logistics of what to be given and what to take away from its inventory. You know, the request slots, trash slots, and yeah. From then on, it's a very handy helper. You can also chain them together, so you can tell one Spidertron to follow another. And so by doing that, I have this one which I control, and these two others are I already told them to follow this first one. And so they'll just follow it. And so that gives you even more robot sort of crafting power. If all that makes sense. Yeah, so the bots are trying to follow that one. I know one last thing, and I forgot what it was now. I do need a landfill spider though. I might need to set this up for landfill. Which is there now? 162,000. Maybe bring a little network up there to refuel and then get some bots to just carry landfill and then go around. Start filling land. As you do with the landfill. Let's make it this one, I reckon. Nice iridescent green. Slightly muted green now. Oh, I guess the spiders are here. How is the track production? Sluggish. Well, I know how to fix that. Oops. Just had a bit of a sneeze there. Except you need to be beams instead. Okay. It's a slight improvement. Crafting speed on these are so absurd. Even one more beacon would significantly boost it. There we go. We've gone from 300 to 900, so I've more faster tripled it. And on that note, I think it's time to end since we're at just 5 more minutes plus 2.